Why do so many leaders say one thing and do another? Because the systems we built, rules, meetings, incentives, create incoherence. Because this gap between words, actions, and structure drives leaders to failure or exhaustion. The result? Trust breaks, engagement dies, organizations collapse. Hi, my name is Chloe Guilfoyle. I'm Franco-Irish, a lawyer by training, a tech entrepreneur by experience. I've raised funds, built startups, failed one, and led France's first network of female business angels. And through it all, I kept being told the same thing. Choose. Be strong or kind. Be visionary or grounded. Be top-down or relational. And believe me, I tried to squeeze myself into one box, then the other, until I realized, what if the boxes were the problem? And more than that, what if the problem was this constant pressure to choose one over another? And I know we live in a fragmented and polarized world today, where leaders are asked to choose a side and to commit to it without wavering, as I was asked to choose boxes. And we see it every day. In society, everything's black or white. We can't agree to disagree anymore. In organizations, constant disagreement leads to disconnection and people turning their backs on each other. And in ourselves, we keep switching masks, trying to perform leadership instead of living it. So I made a radical decision. I said to myself, Chloe, stop trying to perform leadership and start designing it. Because a lot of women here, or a lot of leaders, trying to fit it all together. Strength, care, ambition, empathy, and still feel like they don't fit the script. And so designing leadership means freeing yourself from the demands of charisma, power, or performance. It means leaving the concept of the warrior leader behind. Now, I see leadership as architecture. An architect designs a space so the building stands, and others can live, work, thrive inside it. It's not about being the tallest tower. It's about designing a space for others to rise. Leadership is not about choosing. It's about adding, building, making sure everything works together. For me, leadership is about designing this coherence with yourself, your actions, your structures, your world. And just like architecture, leadership rests on 3 foundations. Intention, your vision, your mission, your why. Structures, your systems, your rituals, your processes. And ecosystem, your relationships, your bonds, the commitment. And when those 3 are scattered, leadership feels fragile. But when they align, intention and structures and ecosystem, something powerful emerges. Coherence. Now, imagine a living experiment in collective leadership, a place where founders and leaders can design a space to create progress, social, environmental, tech, economic. Now, you may ask, how? Well, let's get back to those 3 foundations. First, intention. Think of it as a compass, not a map. I've met with founders who came in with no clear roadmap, but with a compass. A compass built on mutual aid, on collective intelligence, and because of that, they didn't get lost. Their compass guided them. Kindness, cooperation, ambition. And that was enough to move forward. Second, structures. Because good intentions aren't enough. We need places, rituals, processes to make that collaboration real. I've met with a group of entrepreneurs the other day who tried to design this new kind of space where part digital, part physical, where they could test an idea in the morning, get feedback by lunchtime, and meet up with an expert in the afternoon. It's not a heavy system, but a structure that enabled trust, clarity, co-construction. And today, we even have new tools, new instruments like artificial intelligence, not to replace human judgment or creativity, but to help us see those blind spots, identify those patterns we'd miss alone. And third, ecosystem, because no structure lives without people. And expertise should not sit on a pedestal. It should circulate. A leader could share her knowledge on finance one day, and then the next day get support on tech or well-being. This is no hierarchy, no managers here, just facilitators whose role is to connect, to regulate, to make sure no one is left behind. Service instead of power. And when intention, structures, and ecosystem finally align, the sense of coherence appears. And from my experience, that coherence can be contagious. It builds trust, it attracts talent, it multiplies opportunities. This organization is more than a wish or a dream. It's something I'm exploring right now. And it's a design you can adapt in your own way. A new path that men and women can join to fulfill and achieve themselves, not only to produce or generate profit in a free and consensual commitment. So this is the work of building a collective leadership structured around this pursuit of coherence. And we all know that impact and change takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. And just like water, at 99 degrees, water is hot. But at 100 degrees, it transforms. It changes state. Coherence kind of works in the same way. And from what I've observed, coherence has tipping points, just like water. And when your intention, your structures, and your ecosystem finally align and start to bear fruit, your leadership can shift. And suddenly, things start to flow easier. Growth feels less forced. Value starts to circulate. And from what I've seen, that value gets reinvested, keeping progress alive. So this is my experiment today. And my invitation is simple. Explore how you could bring coherence in your own leadership. Because every one of us here leads a vision, a project, a team, a family, a business. And every day we are asked to choose strong or kind, strategy or soul, being directive or relational. So the next time you're faced with one of those choices, just pause and ask yourself, what could coherence add here? How could I design a new path, more collective, more fulfilling, more coherent? And remember what it means to design a coherent leadership. It means carrying a compass, building something greater than yourself. It means listening, not only to words, but to silences, to resistance. It means anchoring, staying grounded in reality so your actions last. It means connections, forging alliances instead of power struggles. It means action, acting, testing, adjusting again and again. It means rhythm, because life is not linear. You need to move with its bursts and its pauses. And above all, it means sharing passing on what you know so others can rise. The leaders of tomorrow won't be warriors. They will be weavers. This is the power of coherence. Thank you.